On May 20th, 2015, Nebraska became the 19th state to abolish capital punishment. Many people still believe capital punishment is necessary for the more harsh crimes people commit. While choosing this topic, I spent a lot of time researching information dealing with it. State governments should abolish capital punishment because the ways of execution are harsh, DNA testing later finds some people innocent, and there are non-permanent forms of punishment. The first reason state governments should abolish capital punishment is because the ways of execution are harsh. Lethal injection is the main form of execution states will use for people. However, some states still allow electrocution, gas chambers, hanging, and firing squads. According to Alex Santoso, publisher of This Won't Hurt a Bit, a painlessly short and incomplete evolution of execution, before the Eighth Amendment, which abolishes cruel and unusual punishment, people use other forms of execution, like getting stepped on by animals, getting eaten by animals, burning alive, buried alive, thrown off a cliff, and many more unusual things. The second reason state governments should abolish capital punishment is because DNA testing later finds some of the people innocent. According to the Innocent Project, 18 people on death row were later found innocent through DNA testing. One example of DNA testing later found innocence was Colin Ross. In 1922, Ross was executed for rape and murder of a younger girl. In 1988, they found DNA from the crime, so they started testing it. In 2008, Ross was pardoned for the crime. However, they didn't find him innocent until 86 years after he was already executed, so they couldn't turn back around from that. My third reason capital punishment should be abolished in states is because there are better forms of execution, or better forms of punishment that are not permanent. One sentence a judge could give would be life without parole. While the prisoner is in jail, if they were to be found innocent, they could be released. Another sentence could be putting them in jail for a certain amount of years. The judge can decide the amount of years based off the crime they commit. State governments should abolish capital punishment because the ways of execution are harsh. DNA testing finds some people innocent later on, and there are better forms of punishment that are not as permanent. The death penalty is both cruel and unusual punishment. If we can get all state governments to see the harm capital punishment is doing to not only the state, but also the United States as a whole, we could all live a much safer and welcoming lifestyle.